When it comes to measuring wealth, ignore the averages. It's all about the median. I'm Scott Leckie, your host at Democracy Tomorrow. Today, we're going to talk briefly about this whole idea of how wealthy your country is, and by inference, how wealthy you are, to highlight the problems of inequality in the world today and what we need to do about them. The world economy may be larger than it's ever been at $115 trillion US dollars, but at the same time, inequality has also never been greater. The gap between the rich and poor, both between nations and within nations, is expanding in virtually every country on Earth. I would be hard-pressed to find a single country where that phenomenon is not occurring today. We have a crisis when it comes to the question of equality in the world. Every year, the Swiss bank UBS publishes a report about global wealth and how it is distributed between nations. In the most recent report of UBS that I have access to, we see that the mean wealth of the world, so the average wealth, is listed as 84,000 US dollars. That's when you take all of those $115 trillion and divide it by the number of people on Earth who are of working age, who have assets at all. But if you take the median, which is a much more reliable way of looking at the state of the world, you see that that number decreases by a factor of 10 and goes down to $8,654. That's the median point. Half of humanity is richer than that. Half of humanity is poorer than that. When we talk about wealth or median net worth, we're talking about every single thing that you have in the world: your land, your house, your farm animals, your tools, your books, your car, your washing machine, savings in the bank, retirement savings if you have any, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All of your assets minus your liabilities or the debts that you owe: credit card debt, mortgage debt, debt to the taxman, wherever you may owe money. That is subtracted from the total value of your assets, and then you come up with your net worth. Looking at the median, again, the median net worth of a few selected countries, just to give you an idea of the scale of inequality in the world. Let's start at the bottom of the pile, the poorest countries, and move on up to the wealthier countries. And hopefully you can find this information yourself about your own country. Where does your country stand? What is the median net worth in your country? How well is the riches of your country distributed? Are they inequitably distributed, equitably distributed? And why is it that some countries have so much more than others and some have so much less? It's a fundamental question and something that really needs to be tackled with much more vigor than it has until now. According to this latest report that I have access to, the poorest country in the world right now at a median wealth level is Haiti, which has such a brutal history. Goes on for so long. Used to be one of the richest countries in the Western Hemisphere. Haiti, now at $207 median net worth. That means that a lot of people have basically nothing. Half the population has less than $207 to their name in every single thing that they have in the world. Let's take another country at number 16, 16th poorest country on Earth, Syria, which has also undergone so much tumult, which could be so much wealthier than it is. $680 US dollars median net worth. Every single thing they have in the world. That's it. How can you save when you only have that much as your median net worth? Nigeria, the hugest country in Africa, by far the biggest in population. Median net worth of $1,507. Not a huge amount of money. Wonderful Philippines, wonderful people of the Philippines, $3,155. So 15 times more than Haiti, but still a relatively small amount, well under the global median. India, $3,755. Moving up. India is clearly progressing in that regard, but still has a long ways to go. Argentina, also one of the wealthiest countries on Earth in the beginning part of the 20th century, now $4,354 for that country, which is So prominent in so many ways. They won the World Cup last time, for instance. Brazil, huge Brazil, neighbor of Argentina, 5,700 US dollar median net worth. Russia, a country that's in the news all the time, 8,595. And as you'll see in a moment, when we compare it to the median net worth of the rest of Europe, it's 1/10, even less than many other countries. Thailand, a country where so many people go on holiday, etc., 9,600. So considerably wealthier on a per capita basis than Russia. We can turn to Mexico, for instance. It's up to 18,920, improving. It's 10,000 more than the global median. China itself is 27,273, very much moving forward. China has reduced poverty levels at a scale never before seen in human history over the last 30 to 40 years. And whatever one may think about China, there is no doubting that the way in which they have tackled extreme poverty has been extraordinary and must be fully applauded and taken into account. Uruguay, one of our favorite countries here at Democracy Tomorrow, 33,522. It's also moving up. European Union average, all those 27 countries averaged together, 77,000. Now we're really moving up quickly, 10 times higher than the global median almost. Japan, 107,000 US dollar median net worth. The United States, 112,000. And it finds itself in approximately 15th place in terms of median net worth in the world. A place like Canada, its northern neighbor, $30,000 richer per capita than the United States, $142,000. Luxembourg, $372,000 median net worth. So look for your own country, see where it comes out on the list, and try to envisage why the median net worth levels in your country are what they are. And it may surprise you. There are so many factors at play. Your economy, your taxation system, the level of corruption and fraud within your government, the scale of democracy. Is your country a dictatorship? Is it an authoritarian regime? Is it run by an autocrat or a dictator? Is it run by somebody who's never going to relinquish power? Chances are, if that's the case, your country is poor. There is a direct relationship between national poverty, declining economies, reduced investment, reduced tourism, and so on and so forth, if your country is not fully democratic in nature. Democracy brings prosperity. Yes, it's flawed. Yes, it's imperfect, but it does bring prosperity because it brings the rule of law, because it brings a level playing field, because it brings the protection of human rights. It secures justice when injustices have occurred. There is a direct relationship between democracy and inequality. And we believe that more democracy across the world will lead to greater equality and less poverty and less conflict. What do you think? Our inequitable world is getting more unequal by the day. This is a process that needs to be tackled once and for all. The distribution of income is a human rights issue. It's a world peace issue. It's a stability issue. And it needs to be put much more firmly on the political agendas of all countries. However this may be done in a fair and equitable manner, it needs to be done. We need a better and fairer and more just world where the staggering amounts of inequality in the world that we see today are once and for all finally eradicated. Working together in a global democratic system, I believe very, very strongly we can successfully tackle inequality in a manner much better than we ever have done. Hopefully this will lead to some interesting comments by you. And please do keep watching. If you like what we do, please subscribe. Please push the like buttons. Please push the notification buttons. Thanks for watching, everybody. Wishing you all the best.